What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Welcome to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at Alan Wake 2. This is going to be on the console. Yeah, it's on the Xbox Series X. However, it's like I'm playing on the PC because I'm using keyboard and mouse. Let's go. So this is the initial section of the game. I have just collected some loot and completed one of the initial tasks, that was to serve coffee to a bunch of losers. And we are playing as Rose, and in this section we did some fight with a shotgun. Now so I just switched over to the mouse and keyboard. I know it supports the mouse and keyboard. For this game, it's not a lot of games that support mouse and keyboard on the console. However, this one surprisingly supports on both Xbox Series X as well as the PS5. So that is a good thing, definitely a good thing. One of the things which I do not like about this game is how close the camera is to our character. That is something for a third-person shooter I do not like it. Specifically because we have to shoot a lot, and I do prefer high FOV whenever I have to play a third-person shooter, because it gives you more of the background in the same screen size. It's just easier to shoot, and it just fills your if you're on a wide screen, it just fills your peripheral vision much better. And I am playing this on a wide screen, by the way. As I mentioned before, I'm playing this on AW3425DW, which is a QD OLED ultra wide monitor. So it does stretch out a bit, and it doesn't look that nice as compared to Doom Eternal, the new Doom as well, and Gears of War, because they have excellent FOV. Halo as well. So primarily a bit more of the FPS that usually have this, but I would prefer the same setting on other shooters. There we go. We're going to be going into combat soon. Where is the enemy? What I'm trying to do is look for some bag of goodies, an item or something, shotgun shell. I don't want to miss out on it. I have felt in this game the guns do actually run out of ammo much quickly. Okay, here we go. That's my controller that's vibrating. Oh my god. I just dodged straight into his axe. Need to do something about the vibration. My controller. Let's turn it off, because the thing is, as I mentioned before, with the QD OLED that I'm having, it doesn't have HDMI output for audio, and therefore there's no 3.5mm jack in this monitor. But it is a very good monitor. Vibration strength, let's reduce it. This should be fixing things here. We're playing this with mouse and keyboard, so controller is just to have the audio, nothing else. Faster. Not going to kill me. Before we proceed further, let's test out our we have a little bit. It's okay, it's just the beginning section of the game, and I have to get used to some of the stuff. So I was trying to collect a lot of loot, but it's okay. Actually, we might be able to shoot from distance now that we have this gun. This one's the rifle and has a longer range. It's just flat out much better. Here we have the save option. I think we do save the game here. Firstly, let's pick up the painkillers, and yeah, I remember there's being the option to save wherever we see a lamp. Normally these zombies should be scared of light. That's the part of the lore over here, but we have a bulb to be able to save here. Maybe not. I played this in 2023, I believe. Well, let's see, what do we have? Let me go a little bit further back from the monitor to see more of the field of view, because whenever I'm playing with the keyboard I sit back in the front. My desk's pretty big actually, but just that there's the Xbox that's sitting at the edge of the desk, that it is cooler. Otherwise it gets really hot, especially if I'm, playing a game which is going to tax completely the resources of the Xbox, the RAM. Okay, and we are supposed to be following this trail of fake writer, which she calls it. She calls him a hater of Alan Wake, the good boy. Let's switch. Go to the shotgun again. There is the. Okay. Not really dead. Now let's reload here. Actually, we'll be able to save the game. Okay, I get it. So it's like this. We have the checkpoint.
Why hadn't my writer ever told me he had a semi-evil twin brother? He must be waiting until our third or fourth date, surrounded by candles, so he could reveal this vulnerable chapter from the dramatic story of his emotionally troubled past. Oh, that man has more layers than a croissant.
I thought we were supposed to take this page, keep it in our backpack. It's going to stay there. It's not a story we are building. I think we're just trying to save some. Or the good boy.
The motorcycle tracks ended.
There's a bad boy, Alan Wake, and then the good boy, Alan Wake. This one is supposed to be the good one. We'll be going inside shortly. For now, let's just ensure we are not missing anything. Take a look at this scenery while we. I do like the colors on the OLED. It feels a bit washed out. I have not calibrated this using this factory calibration, but I did calibrate the HDR from the Xbox. HD calibrate. It's not that raw, but still, it's not perfect. It's just the thing which I think sets this OLED apart from the mini LED is the fact that mini LED has a higher sustained brightness. The QD OLED AW3425DWM, DW, DWM I think is a VPN. The DW, it's not going to sustain the brightness, high brightness for a longer window. if we have a 2% window, it's going to match a really good old mini LED like the Samsung G8. However, it's not going to match it for the 10%.
I'm here! I've come to save you!
Oh, joy! We can finally be together and sit through beat poetry readings and drink $18 cocktails and have high tea with the queen.
Wait a minute. My rider only drinks coffee. 2 sugars, no milk. I keep all the mugs.
Okay, no more tricks. I'll be waiting upstairs.
But that's a problem when you're using the keyboard, the controller just disconnects. It actually just times out.
My spinach this morning, so don't mess. Ah! Oh! Oopsies! Can't forget the bullets. Don't get between me and my rider. It's bullets o'clock. You're all being very rude. Oh, hold on. I need to fill my gun up. Don't get between me and my rider. I'm fresh out of bullets.
I knew you, my #1 fan, would never fall victim to my twisted brother's lies. His hatred for me is as inexplicable as the sunrise, and just as fiery. But I knew your heart would never waver. You're the only one who can save me. I believe in you.
My rider believed in me. We were kindred spirits. We fit together like a bicycle chain and that spiky wheel thing the chain fits into. We were connected by love and destiny. He was meant to be mine, always and forever. There was no time to lose. I was the only one who could save the writer and the very soul of literature from these evil haters. The fate of all art rested on my shoulders. The stakes had never been higher.
Alright, since the game is now saved, I will end the video here. I will keep it short so that it gets more views. I think people do not view very long video these days. Maybe if it's over 30 minutes, it won't get that much attraction. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.